Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I say welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, your host, as it's about to go down, everybody. So today is a special day. Not only am I live doing Dragon Sports Live, but I'm on live on Instagram and Facebook. So be sure to check it out. You can also check me out on Twitter at dragonjumppro@gmail.com. I'm live now. But we got another exciting show for you two guys. It's about to go down. Kyler Murray is out, torn ACL. Give you more details about that. As well as Steph Curry might be missing multiple weeks. Coming up on Dragon Sports Live. But if you're new to this, Dragon Sports Live is a show that talks about sports. Not only that, we're going to give you music. Music from people that you know. People that you want to hear from. Show your support to them. That's the best way to do it. That is Dragon Sports Live, everybody. And what better way than to start the show off with some awesome music here on Dragon Sports Live. So, we gonna get in it. So let's start our show off right. Those who just tuning in on via lives, welcome. Those who are entering, you about to listen to Trae, Jesus Take the Wheel on Dragon Sports Live. Check it out.
What if I died while I was driving on an E-way? Just a vision in my mind on replay. Maybe I crashed but survived still. While I'm at my wheel, I'm unable to keep my eyes peeled. Looking everywhere but the road, my mind's ill. Wish I could steal time, rewind a ill mind. But every time that I roll, feel like the time's still. And in my mind, I'm wondering how I still drive. I'm worse than a drunk while I'm driving. Every other bump I'm reminded, I ain't in your wheel, and it ain't in the trunk while I'm driving. Devil try stunt, I'm colliding. Jesus take the wheel. I'm worse than a drunk while I'm driving. Every other bump I'm reminded, I ain't in your wheel, and it ain't in the trunk while I'm driving. Devil try stunt, I'm colliding. Jesus take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Take the wheel. I reflected my thoughts, how you took the wheel when your body was stretched on the cross. We was reckless and off, you accepted our flaws. We was merging the lanes before exiting off. We deserve every wage, talking death from our boss. We don't deserve what he gave, but you deserve every praise. Cause you emerged from the grave, and our death at a loss. Now every person is slave, get their papers and walk. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm worse than a drunk while I'm driving. Every other bump I'm reminded, I ain't in your wheel, and it ain't in the trunk while I'm driving. Devil try stunt, I'm colliding. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm worse than a drunk while I'm driving. Every other bump I'm reminded, I ain't in your wheel, and it ain't in the trunk while I'm driving. Devil try stunt, I'm colliding. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. Need you to drive for me. Take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. Drive for me, Lord. I need you to drive for me. Jesus, take the wheel. drive for me, Lord. Need you to drive for me. Take the wheel.
Down to 2 chicks. Didn't buy him weave, now it's only 1 chick. No Birkin, no chick. I ain't never been a lick. Never. Yeah, no Birkin, no chick. I ain't never been a lick. Dummy. La mujer es una idiota. You dig? Yeah, get the city on my back. Yeah, get your BM on my back. Yeah, gotta stay stressed. Cause I'm from the city where you can relax. Got the hood on my back. Angel, shit, my God, got my back. Man, swear I never lie. Shorty got attached. Lou.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. That last song you just heard was called Just Another Shot. Back on my back. Big Louie in the building. So be sure to check them out on Dragon Sports Live. And we got most music coming on the way. We got Black Sam Moses on there. All music, all artists that I'm listening, that y'all playing, y'all can check it out on Dragon Sports Live. On iTunes, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your music from. The same thing you can do for this podcast. You can check it out on Dragon Sports Live. Matter of fact, you're going to be able to soon to check it out on DragonJumpPro.com, which is my new improved website. So Dragon Sports Live will be on there, but you can also catch it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all places where you get your podcast at. So be sure to check it out there. But exciting news, a little quiet. It's basically a little quiet for the offseason for baseball, far as the Cubs and Sox, I would say, because the last big sign that they signed was Mike Clevenger and James Talmadge and Cody Bellinger. They're the only two that came to the city. Two going to the north side, and one going to the north side. But it's been kind of quiet, like, especially for the Cubs, who said they was going to attack free agency, hard-hitting free agency, and they was just going to go wild with it. They was going to go crazy with it, but they didn't. So it's been kind of hard for them. And they've been quiet. But Cubs, on the other hand, they just signed another player, so this is the third player that they signed so far. Cubs signed Brad Boxberger. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a 1-year deal, $2.8 million deal. He's a right-hand reliever, so he's a closer and we'll see what happens with that. He was with the Brewers. Yeah, he was with the Brewers for the last 2 seasons, but they declined his $3 million team option. So let's see what you gonna work with the Cubs. Like, let's just see. Yeah, no Christmas songs going on right now. Nah, I might. I don't know. But yeah, let's see what's going on with the Brewers. Let's see what's going down. He came in. He's 34 years old, and I feel like we shouldn't be going after another. We should go younger, to be honest. Like, yes, the older are doing better and performing better, but I really feel like we should go younger. Like, we got all this talent in draft prospects and people that's playing overseas. Go a little bit younger. Like, even though he posted a 2.95 ERA, which is good. That lower that number better, but you got 68 strikeouts with 27 walks. So, like I say, he's a decent closer. To be honest, I feel like we should go a little bit younger. Just get some youth at pitching. Let them be able to throw that heat. Get somebody that can throw a 100-mile fastball, a 100-mile slider consistently. That's what I think the Cubs should do. To be honest, that sounds like a good plan, right? They should do that. But other than that, we got a lot of off-season signings. So Mets Mets has been busy. I can say that. They have signed center field Brandon Nimmo to an 8-year, $162 million contract. They signed right-hand pitcher David Robertson to a 1-year deal worth $10 million. Mets also signed Kodai Senegal on a 5-year, $75 million deal from overseas. And, they had the other big deals. So it's like, they've been busy. Wish I could say the same for the Cubs. Right-hander Noah Syndergaard, he and the Dodgers reached a 1-year contract. So he's there. But he already joined the All-Stars. Julio Urias, Clayton Kershaw, and Tony Gonsolin. So he's joining them. Okay. More moves. Dodgers been kind of busy as well. And, the Brewers acquired infield Owen Miller from the Guardians, which used to be formerly the Cleveland Indians, but now they are the Guardians. So, we got those trades happening. And then we still got quiet season Detroit Tigers, reportedly agreeing to a deal with right-hand pitcher Michael Lorenzen. So, we got that as well. And, it's basically a quiet baseball season. So, it is what it is. We're going to take it one day at a time. We're going to let y'all know what's going on with that. And what happens. But, like I said, it's a very quiet baseball season. It's off season. We got winter meetings. Just had winter meetings. So, now we're going to see what happens with the rest of the season. Still got coaches and spots needs to be filled, and we might have a couple rule changes in the mix. So we will see that on that from things to come. But that's enough about baseball. I got a little bit more music. I got Black Sam Moses here on Dragon Sports Live. Check them out. Like I said, any artists that you see and hear on here are artists that you might know, are people that are working on their music, or you didn't even know it was artists. So be sure to check them out. Follow After Black Sam. I got Mr. True Hood on there, and he got a couple Christmas songs coming out. So we gonna get it in, we gonna get it cracking, and we gonna relax. And if you just tuning in, you are listening to Dragon Sports Live. It's a show not just about sports, but we give you music as well. So let's go back into the music and then follow the music. We got a lot to talk about in the NFL. Yes, and NCAA football as well. Lots to talk about. Coaching changes, moves everywhere. Let's get it. Y'all know what it is. But listen to Black Moses here on Dragon Sports Live, and we'll be right back after this music break.
White people less apprehensive when I'm in the Montclair. Something I recently noticed. The 12s that stop me as bogus. Say they either jealous or filling their quotas. Phone them pull up in the Lotus. Is carrying my coated. He puffing, I'm potent. The seat is the lowest. I go, I could tell by the slowness. He totally loaded and trying to stay focused. I-55 is swollen. He step out the whip. The get niggas rolling. He finish a split and crush it with force on the ground. I think that he trying to be Moses. Cartier lens, attending with roses. Maybe that's why I'm not tweaking about the thrombosis. Sitting in the passenger feeling real cozy. Then when they hit me, I start on this opus. Mara been serving the crack. Go to my notes, start writing this track. I'm playing the beat and repeat on the speakers, the bass in the back. Compete with the pack, the pace of attack. I keep his attack. It really could go from a flurry to calm in a hurry. I'm tired as hell, my vision is blurry. Me and his thrash like Mitchell and Murray. I cannot fuck with no Michelin stars until I see portions. If I throw hundreds on food and I'm not even full at the end, that shit is extortion. Asking the driver to hit the Portillo's, there's so many options, needing assortment. Send me and beating, I'm torching. Probably adding to your fame, adding to my fortune, yeah. Slide on a shorty who thicker than Florida air in the summer. She using my face as a chair, it's a bummer. We link so infrequently cause she a stunner. We bumper to bumper, I think she a bomber cause she keep a couple of them on her chest. In person they bigger than I would've guessed. The pic she sending me having me stressed. I'm surfing a wave, I'm making a crest, yeah. I'm the Black Kelly Slater, new triple lesser, they came in afraid it's so heavy, I steady been leaving these craters. I'm finally peaking the interest of playlist curators and industry folks. Most of them flaky, but some of them dope. I'm grateful I don't gotta lean on them like when a nigga was broke.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Your tight carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow, we find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. Lots of toys and goodies on display, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeers really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
took kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. That was a Christmas song by Mr. True Hood. All music you can check out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, or wherever you get your music from. Same thing with this podcast. You can check it out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and more. So, if you are a local artist and you have music and you want to be heard on Dragon Sports Live, this is what you got to do. First, go to DragonJumpPro.com. You can message me on there, or you can go on social media. Dragon Jump Pro on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Send me a message, shoot me your artist name. If you're on Apple Music, which I prefer that. If you're on Apple Music, shoot me your artist name on Apple Music. That way I can find you, add you to my list of all the great artists that I have, and I will feature you on my show. That is my way of saying support, and I like the music. You definitely gonna see me get dancing and catch me dancing if I like the music, which I'm a man of music, so I really love it. Now, it is Thursday. I'm not going to be able to watch football. Well, yeah, I am. I'm going to find a way to watch football. Because it's on Prime Video, y'all. So, that's the one thing I hate about Thursday nights. Because I can't watch it on NBC, Fox, ESPN. I can't watch it on none of those channels. So, you got to get Prime Video. Or if you already got Prime, yeah, just pull up the game. If somebody pulling up the game, share me to it. Go live with it because I want to watch it. But anyways, so Cardinals lost Kiermaier, torn ACL. We're gonna see what the starting quarterback's gonna be. It could be either Colt McCoy, it could be Rippin, but either way, they lost their starting quarterback to a non-contact ACL injury. He went down, and yeah, it's like you just got back on the field. Now you're going back away. So I feel bad for them. Hopefully those other quarterbacks can step up. Here's the thing. I don't really know. Wait, is it? We're going to check the fact sheet. Because Cardinals, like I said, I don't know who the Cardinals quarterback is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. So Cardinals going to either run with Colt McCoy and Brett Rippin for the Broncos. So Kyler's out. Russell Wilson is out. Brett Rippin is the Broncos backup, who's currently 3-10. And Kyler, they're 4-9. Possibly was gonna make a wild card? Nah, they might be eliminated. They may be done. Y'all might as well tank the rest of the way. Even though tank is not allowed, but just tank. Broncos been struggling this season. Not really that many passing touchdowns, and Russell Wilson end up in the Broncos. The Cardinals, on the other hand, been looking good. Like they're 3-2 away, but can't get a win. Broncos is 2-4 at home. What that tell you? If they're 2-4 at home, they are. Whew, you don't even want to know. Away. 1-6, y'all. So, it's crazy. Super crazy, actually. And, it is what it is. Hopefully they get better and come back with a strong season. Or you get some weapons. Get some weapons. Cardinals also did lose longtime broadcaster Dan McLovin. He basically left after a DU driving while intoxicated charge. So he left the booth. He's no longer in the booth. And he's gone. But, let's see what it is. Let's see what goes from there. Deshaun Watson looking to play again. You got another game under his belt. And let's see what it goes there. They did lose their last game, but that was week 14. So this is week 15. We starting tonight, guys. Yeah, they lost to the Bengals 23-10. Couldn't really get nothing going. Like, that game looked a little bit sloppy. Like I said, he hasn't really thrown football. So I'm going to give him, my prediction is to give him about, I say I'm going to give him about 2 games, maybe 3. Well, yeah, you only got 2 games. I'm going to give him this next game. So this upcoming Sunday, he should do well. He should do great. I don't know. But let's see. Maybe you just need the first 2 games to get the rust out your system. Let's see how practice goes. Let's see how everything goes this week. So, it is what it is. Jets, on the other hand, so a lot of quarterbacks has been injured. Mike White was also injured. He injured his rib oblique area. We might see Flacco. We might see Wilson. Nope. Actually, Wilson will be reported as the backup. So we might see Flacco again, who's a Super Bowl win quarterback with the Baltimore Ravens, in case anybody forgot. He's up there in age, but Super Bowl winning quarterback with. So he has the experience to take a team. It's just whether if he can do it or not. We had a lot of benches happen. Falcons also bench Marcus Mariota for Desmond Riddler, who was Clemson's quarterback last year before he came out the draft. Like I said, we'll see what happens from there. So, I'm game with that. I want to see. I'm going to see that. Because this is his first career start. Like I said, they took him, I think, in the 2nd round or 3rd round. Either way, he's a rookie. He's making a start. So, and also, who else was going to fight through it? Brock Purdy. He's going to make his start. He's going to fight through the injury. But basically, it's going to be a casual look for him. It's not going to be like going, because he was injured. So, like I said, we'll see what goes to there. We'll see Mike White. We'll see Brock Purdy. And it's crazy about Brock Purdy because, one, he made history. Because last Sunday, he beat, last Sunday, he beat Tom Brady. And he was the first quarterback to make a career start and beat him because Tom Brady was 7-0 against quarterbacks making their first start. So he was first to get in that win column. Looked it really good. And then the second game, he got injured. Like I said, it's a tough sport. It's a tough game. It's a tough go-around. You don't want to, let's see. Yeah, you don't want to get hurt when you try your best to go forward and just be good. Like, he's Mr. Irrelevant right now. Like I said, he was the last pick in the NFL draft. And he's played through it. He's showing through it. So he had a oblique injury, came back, played through it, toughed it out. Still lost, but may I say he's been looking wonderful. Some quarterbacks don't come in the first round. Some of them come later. I think Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick, if I remember correctly. He wasn't running that fast up 40. Like, you got quarterbacks that's running a very fast 40 nowadays. It's a difference. So, keep up the good work. Hopefully have a better game. Just keep building on that confidence. That's my advice to you right there, Mr. Purdy. And we had a crazy weekend where Baker Mayfield led the Rams to a Thursday night victory, which is crazy because he just got with the team. That was last Thursday. And it was a 16-19 win, but he just got with the team. The team just signed him 2 days ago. He basically came in the building. Thursday was his first time being in the facility. Huh. Ain't that a shocker? Well, sorry to hear that. And as far as college football, we got trophies to hand out, y'all. So, college football playoffs is happening now. Bowl games is coming up, I think, either this week or next week. Well, we got some starting this weekend. So, Bowl Mania. But also Award Mania. So, we got a Heisman winner, y'all. We also got... And that Heisman winner is UFC Caleb Williams. Now, for those who haven't been watching football, Caleb's been a monster. Whether it's using his legs or his arms, he's been doing his best to lead his team to victory. No matter what happens and how it goes, he's still been doing his best to lead that team to victory. That's why he got the Offensive Player of the Year award. You feel me? He got the Maxwell Award and the Walter Camp Award. And he's the first to receive that award as far as a UFC chosen since Marcus Allen in 1981. So, good, big ups to him. TCU Max Duggan, which was second in the Heisman Trophy running, he got the Darby O'Brien Award and the QB Award. So, he was the best QB of that, of his division. To be honest, the Heisman Trophy really hasn't went to a running back or receiver in quite a while. Last few years it's been wide, like quarterbacks. So I would love to see a Heisman Trophy go to a running back. We did have somebody in the running. Bijan Robertson, he got the Docs Award. He was in the running. Like, we had a lot of great players in the running far as these awards. Michigan Center, which is awarded for the best center in college football, is the Remington Trophy and the Outland Trophy. So, and then Wilson Anderson Jr., which, by the way, I think the Bears should get with that third pick. If they still keep that third pick, we need somebody to get off the line. We need line, defensive backs, offensive linemen. We need it all. Like, I like what I see from our rookies. Even though we traded all of our assets. We traded Roquan Smith. We traded Robert Quinn, who we play this weekend. We play Robert Quinn. So the Bears take on the Eagles this weekend. Hopefully the Bears can get away with a victory. Hopefully not. But I'm just hoping that they get a win. They get a couple more wins under their belt, and then not have a worse season like this. Because it's looking good for Justin Fields. Don't get me wrong. Justin Fields is looking great, but he has no protection still. And I stress this enough. We need protection for our quarterbacks. Quarterbacks is getting manhandled. I think we're fourth on the list as far as quarterback getting hit. I know the Bengals is up there. So, let's protect our quarterback, y'all. Let's protect him. And, let's keep it moving. Lions creeped into the wild card split with their last game victory. And On top of that, the last play of the Lions' last game was to a lineman, which I was not expecting that to happen, but he caught the ball, got the first down. And they basically called the game because they allowed them to run the clock, some more clock. I wasn't expecting that. What the coach said was, I got distracted by the crowds. I didn't realize that we was throwing it to an offensive lineman. I'm like, wait, how you get distracted by the crowd to realize that you was throwing the ball to the offensive lineman? He caught the ball, though, so I give him that. Ooh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Eagles, on the other hand, I did speak. They play against the Bears. They already clinched the playoff spot, so now they're just playing for buys and maybe I think they need this game and the next game they can get the title, their championship title, their conference title. So let's see how that is. Let's see how that goes. But I think I've done enough talking and ranting. No, I didn't. XFL will be coming. So February 2023, we will have the new XFL. And like I said, some of the team names, the teams are bad, but the threads look dope. We also going to see Hines Ward as one of the head coaches for the XFL teams. So that would be good to see. And it was crazy because his team thread is black and gold. So we'll see what that looks like when it comes. But without further ado, coming up next on Dragon Sports Live, we going to talk about South Dakota men's basketball, Steph Curry, and the Chicago Bulls, and more here on Dragon Sports Live. Like I said, we got lots of news happening here. But without further ado, we're going to go right back into our music here on Dragon Sports Live. And that's the best way to do it, y'all.
It's full of examples of God speaking.
This is
to
Mouthpiece.
over and over and over and
back.
over.
Check
So
it out on
what's the
Dragon Sports
problem
Live.
today?
They say he don't talk, but he talk back. They say he don't talk, but he talk back. When I call on his name in the midst of my pain, it's a shift, something changed when he call back. Tell me where I need to be, where to walk at. If I need to go or fall back. Cause many don't know, they ain't taught that. Got sheep, know his voice, what you call that? They say he don't talk, but he talk back. They say he don't talk, but he talk back. When I call on his name in the midst of my pain, it's a shift, something changed when he call back. Tell me where I need to be, where to walk at. If I need to go or fall back. Cause many don't know, they ain't taught that. Got sheep, know his voice, what you call that? Somebody try to tell me he ain't talking much. So if you wanna hear him, pick your Bible up. Especially if you need a word when your life get rough and the cycle stuck, when your mic is snuffed. Cause that's the only time he talks and enlightens us. That was taught by the ones that discipled us. And I ain't just saying stuff to ignite a scuff. But the Bible didn't tell me who my wifey was. But it said I was a sheep and the sheep know his voice. So I hear him when he speaks, know the streets to avoid. I know what job to take, I know what place to live, I know what church to join, how much cake to give. There's a time and a season for everything. To embrace or reframe, that's a heavy change. Without his voice, I be trying to play every lane. Without his voice, I be justifying Mary Jane. Lord knows, the Lord ain't tell me to buy more clothes, but he did tell me to buy 4 loaves. And he did tell me to find poor souls and teach and see soul receive the Holy Ghost. Whatever's crooked, come straight like scoliosis. Spend time in God's presence and overdose it till you come out saying what God told you. And most gon' say you gon' post to, cause they don't believe he still taught. They walk is stillborn, they faith in white chalk. They Michael Wilborn, they commentating. Some don't know better, some run with Satan. Some you gotta pray for them cause they pray on you. You gotta show them love when they hating on you. You gotta just trust what he told you, cause he tryna build something like a mogul. Blah. They say he don't talk, but he talk back. They say he don't talk, but he talk back. When I call on his name in the midst of my pain, it's a shift, something changed when he call back. Tell me where I need to be, where to walk at. If I need to go or fall back. Cause many don't know, they ain't taught that. Got sheep, know his voice, what you call that? They say he don't talk, but he talk back. They say he don't talk, but he talk back. When I call on his name in the midst of my pain, it's a shift, something changed when he call back. Tell me where I need to be, where to walk at. If I need to go or fall back. Cause many don't know, they ain't taught that. Got sheep, know his voice, what you call that?
I know some prophets for profit who focus on popular topics. Don't blame me, I read the same thing in the fortune cookie. Using the money to try to hook me. You been looking for answers in all the wrong places. Google don't got it and that is amazing. Smoke purple haze and it just make you lazy. You want resolution, then get on your faces. Get into prayer for high definition. We learn to listen through high repetitions. Highly efficient, mighty consistent. You get the answers when mighty persistent and put this flesh into a body bag. Pray for repentance from sinful conditions and meditate like it's karate class. Chopping it up with the master. He ain't with the games, he ain't with the play. Pay no attention to the naysay. Pay close attention to the voice of God, so much so that you don't hear what they say, and that's two-way communication. I don't even care what your mama knows. Sorry, this an A and B conversation, and a C finna make me miss the honor roll. I'ma need you to fall back. I love you and all that, but lately I've been talking to my God. He talked back. I prayed and heard that. I dreamed and saw that. To you, it's all fluff. To me, it's all facts. I ain't gotta run to the preacher man. The boy ain't lost no Peter Pan. I don't even care what the street is saying. God been talking. See what he is saying.
They say he don't talk, but he talk back. They say he don't talk, but he talk back. When I call on his name in the midst of my pain, it's a shift. Something changed when he called back. Tell me where I need to be, where to walk at. If I need to go or fall back. Cause many don't know, they ain't taught that. Got sheep, know his voice, what you call that? They say he don't talk, but he talk back. They say he don't talk, but he talk back. When I call on his name in the midst of my pain, it's a shift. Something changed when he called back. Tell me where I need to be, where to walk at. If I need to go or fall back. Cause many don't know, they ain't taught that. Got sheep, know his voice, what you call that?
All you do is ever talk to him in prayer, and you never hear God speak to you, that isn't much of a relationship.
We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking.
Standing strong is what we known for. Stay screen like front doors. High up like 10th floors. Haters low like baseboards. Still reppin' that name Christ. Still reppin' that bread of life. The food you got don't satisfy. Well, you can come and get a slice. Bringing flavor like I was Cajun. High approval like Ronald Reagan. Showing love to everybody. I care for beings like I'm Jamaican. Still some don't rock with me. Still some don't talk with me. Still some wanna see me slip. But I never bring mops with me. Me stopping, that's not an option. Keep rising like helicopters. Keep going no matter what. And read these haters like teleprompters. Y'all boys won't stop me. Y'all boys won't drop me. My grind so fluid. I got them checking for IVs. Nah, bruh, no needles here. Nah, bruh, no need to fear. Nah, bruh, I never leave. I bring it back like souvenirs. My team, we never quitting. My team, we never tripping. My team forever listen to the voice. No Blake Shelton, cause
we ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking.
all that I know is keep going. Yeah, it's true, we never cease. So full of light that we glowing. Wash white, we don't need bleach. They don't believe, so we show them. You can see us, we in the streets. They like the way we be flowing. Tough lines like jeans crease. Plot thickens, now let's go. In the field like scarecrows. Stand strong, we ain't scared, bro. But haters running like snotty nose. Spread the word all across the nation. No stalling, no procrastination. Clear view like observations. Big business like corporations. Track bang like King Kong. Track ring like ding dong. In other words, doors opening. I paddle through them like ping pong. Those doors, they never close. Opened up cause of the Lord. My team on one accord. Teaching Christ, no chalkboard. Yeah, boy, we got that. Yeah, boy, we bout that. Yeah, boy, we don't slack. Yeah, boy, we bounce back. Hey, girl, see one strong. Hey, girl, this lifelong. Hey, girl, don't prolong. Make this your theme song.
We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. We ain't never gonna stop. Might as well keep looking.
Ooh. Sorry about that little feedback, ladies and gentlemen, but welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, and you just tuned in. You are listening to Dragon Sports Live. If you missed the show, oh, don't worry. You can catch the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dragon Sports Live, and we back, baby. So, this NBA season has been heating up. I didn't watch the last couple games for the Warriors, who can't seem to catch a break on the road. They lost to, well, they got demolished by the Bucks. Very frustrating game for that. I watched that game through, like, they was getting frustrated because they weren't getting fouls called. Some fouls, like, they thought that was fouls. We had 8 techs. We even had Giannis getting a bunch of 10-second violations. And it, like I said, if it's a 10-second violation, call it. Don't. Oh, he also got teed up for walking out the paint in that 10-second violation. So it's like, okay. But like I said, if it's 10-second, call it consistently. Don't just call it all that time. And like I said, that game was ticky-tacky back and forth. Like both sides getting frustrated with the refs, and they didn't want to say nothing about the refs because you get fined for talking about the refs. But both of these teams was literally frustrated, even to the point where Draymond was jarring again yet at a fan and had that fan taken out. Basically, Draymond said he threatened my life, and I'm like, okay, have him take it out. He didn't retaliate. He didn't curse him out because, again, that would have been another fine. There's a lot of fines and stuff in NBA, NFL, and MLB. Certain things you just can't do. But as a fan, as far as Draymond case, a fan, like, if we can't do those, the fan can't do it either. Like, we're just here to get paid, do our job, put on the show, and play ball. Y'all job is to sit there and relax. Like, yeah, it's good to chirp and trash talk, but when you threaten somebody's life with something, it's a whole different story. Or it's still like you can trash talk, but still be respectful about it. Because like you said, fans going to do that regardless at all these games. They going to do that regardless. Just got to, stick it in, relax, calm your mind, clear them. Pretend like they're not even here. And ignore them. But sometimes it'd be hard to do that. Especially when you're frustrated and everything is not going the way that you want it to go. So it definitely be hard to do that. It is what it is. You just got to work hard at it and keep going. Never give up, striving for your goals, and ball out. That's the best way to say it. Ball out. But like I said, that game was very ticky-tacky. Giannis dominated them. Even though he had a poor shooting night, Giannis and the Bucks dominated the Warriors, and which the Warriors got the second worst record on the road. And then it shows in their next game. They lost their next game, but they also may have lost Steph Curry for a couple of weeks. Why? To the Pacers. Because he injured his shoulder in that, so they might be without Steph Curry. And it's a difference when you don't have, let me see, Thompson didn't play that game. Draymond, I think, played, but when you don't have, bench production, you had Gary Payton, Juan Tusias Anderson. Wiseman hasn't been he's still in the G League, so they'll call him up, send him back down, call him up, send him back down. It's like when you got the second worst win position as well as dead last bench production, it's easy to say. It's like, yeah, we're good at home, but and I like Steph Curry as well. Like that's the Warriors is my team, so it's the Celtics and the Bulls. But when I see them struggle on the world, I just get sad because it's like we're great at home. We're 10-2 at home, but we suck on the road. And I'm just like, oh, the agony. Because when it comes down to playoffs, 2 of those games are road games. So if they're road games and we got second worst record, that means we're going to be scared to go home, and we got to make sure we win at home every time. Because once we bring it back, if we go back to their house, they might win. But it's also, Steve Kerr needs to work on his rotations a little bit more. Like if we can get Wiseman in there. Because, like I said, I watched the last 2 games. When teams are egging Draymond to shoot, I know Draymond can shoot and hit consistently, shoot that 3, and Kuminga. When they leave you wide open and you don't take that shot, they don't have no faith in you making that shot. Yes, Draymond he almost averaged a triple-double per game, but he's only averaging 8.6 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, and like 8 assists a game. Draymond, you got to shoot the ball more. Like, show them that you can hit it. Show them you can be a first record rate. As I recall, when you get a triple-double, you guys win. So, shoot that ball. If they're going to give it to you, shoot that mug. Shoot that ball. That's all I got to say. Shoot that ball. And, like I said, and then as far as the Bulls aspect, the Bulls has been... Bulls has been... They've been okay. It's just the last couple games that I watched from them been nail biters. They lost to the Hawks off a crazy tip-in, or I should say crazy layup tip-in. Yeah, like a tip-in. We could call it tip-in. Buzzer beater shot. Then they lost to the Knicks in overtime. It's showing me that they're missing out on Ball, which we don't know if we'll see this season because he still continues to have knee issues. They're missing key defensive players that, Ball is defense. He may not score as much, but now one of my friends said that they needed a whole new team. I think the team is good. It's just might need to switch up the rotations a little bit. Like, don't have with your big 3. You got Vujicic, you got DeRozan, you got Levine. Okay, they're going to consistently give you scoring. Caruso, he's good. To me, he's good coming off the bench. Give him that 6-man role. Let him come off the bench and go to town, like what the Lakers have been doing with Russell Westbrook. And it's been working for him because he come off the bench and still give you a triple-double. So let Caruso work the 6-man position. And we just get a rotation in. Like, we got balls. We just got to utilize them. And we utilize to our strength. Like, we beating teams that's top-tier teams. We have beaten Celtics. We beaten the Nets. We beaten some good teams. We beaten Dallas. We steamrolled Dallas, matter of fact. But those are some good tier teams. We just need to take our time. Now, as far as my other team, Celtics, they looking great right now. They played a good game against the Lakers. That game ended up going to overtime. Tatum and Brown going crazy. And like, I think they're playing their best basketball. They want to make it back to the finals where they lost to the Warriors last year. They felt like they should win it. Like, I just got the strangest feeling they're going to win it. And on top of that, they're working with a coach that's 34 years old. The coach is a year older than me, Joe Mazzulla. He is the youngest coach currently actively coaching in the NBA right now. And like I said, they're continuing under Ume Udoka's regimen. Like, he did a good job with them, but ever since that scandal, Joe has taken over, and they're looking great. He's doing a great job with the team. That's all I can say with that. They're looking good. They beat the Lakers. They lost to the Warriors, but came back and beat the Lakers. The Warriors was, like I said, Warriors was at home. Good game at home. But Tatum and them couldn't get a good shooting game going. So it's like, we got those things happening for us. As far as the Celtics, we just need to keep utilizing, keeping that. They sitting at the top of the conference right now with the best record in the NBA. They are 22-7 right now. So, like I said, keep playing y'all ball. Keep doing y'all. That's the best thing y'all can do. Keep it up. Keep rotating. Just keep it up. It's a long season ahead of us. So if y'all can keep this up for 82 games, more power to y'all. It is what it is on that front, right? So, and that's what I say. It is what it is. Even though the Celtics will get Caleb Williams back. Caleb Williams will make his season debut versus the Magic. He was out with I think he had knee injury. He had a knee injury, so he had knee procedure done, so he was out. But he's back, which is a good missing part. We soon will get Al Horford back, and we're gonna be a monster team. Come mess with them. Go mess with them if you want to. You just got to be able to shut them down. So Nets last game, they set 8 players, right, versus the Pacers. They got fined $25,000 just for sitting 8 players. They still won that game though. They won that game with those 8 players. But why? Like I said before earlier, these fines is crazy. We get fines for yelling at a fan. We get fines for yelling at the ref. They get a fine for talking about the referee and stuff like that. But it's still funny. Like, y'all get fined even though you got what's the head referee said, oh, that should have been a travel call, and you see it in a tweet or like a statement from the NBA is like, that call should have been this, that call should have been that, but yet you still find people for saying that call should have been called. Even a couple, yes, they miss sometimes they get caught watching the game. That happens, but be diligent with it. But yeah, $25,000 after sitting 8 players. And it was I guess it was failing to comply with league policies governing injury reporting. Because in the wake, who's all sitting? Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, Nick Caston, Steph Curry, Royce O'Neal, Joey Harrison, TJ Warren. I was just showing you that he don't need his main guys to beat this Pacers team, who's been good. And it was basically, what they said, Jock Vaughn said they was able to do that because of the injuries that was previously documented. But, like I said, $25,000 is a lie, but, the owner, he's okay with it. He got it. He definitely got it. He's good. He will be okay. Hawks do lose Clint Capella. He will be out 2 weeks with a strained calf. Usually when I hear strained calf, I always think about ACL. Sometimes that can lead to that. I mean, not ACL, rupture Achilles tendon injury. So I always get different when they say that. Mavericks will lose center forward Maxi Kaleba. He'll be out indefinitely with a torn hamstring. So he'll be out. He's another big man who can come off the bench and shoot threes. And he signed a 3-year, $30 million deal. So we'll see without him. Like, it's a big part of them because with him on the court, the Mavs have allowed 108 points per 100 possessions with Kleber on the court. And without him, it goes up to 114 without him on the court. And he's the only Mavs. Yeah, he's the only Mavs player, I should say Mavs rotation player, with a positive on and off differential and defensive rating with reserve Josh Green, who has missed the last 3 games with sprained elbow. So we should see him back in the lineup. And we also seen LaMelo back in the lineup. But Pistons spoiled that for him. He came back and lined up. He was, like I say, he had an ankle injury, so he was a little rusty in the first half, but then he started heating up. But he shot 50% from the field, 9 for 18, 23 points, and 11 assists in his first game since November 16th. So that's good for him. But they still lost that game, and Steve Clifford ripped them. Was like, I only got 5 All-Stars. Like, if y'all too focused on trying to do that and not on the game, then, you know, I don't have 5 All-Stars on the court at one time. We got stars. So, we got players, but yeah, he ripped his team for that. But I think anybody going to rip their team after a devastating loss like that. So that, you know, that is what it is. South Dakota men's basketball coach Eric Peterson, he was injured on the fall at home, so he will not coach his next game versus University of Irvine. He won't coach that next game. And then Arkansas loses star forward Trevor Brazil as he's out with the remainder of the season with a torn ACL. So, like I said, them ACL injuries is dangerous even in football, basketball. Those are dangerous injuries because you lose that player for a whole year. Michigan loses point guard Jolyn Lidwell, also with ACL injury. And we got a fellow coach and 3-time champion Paul Sowers passed away at 79. His son Steven Sowers is coaching right now and is doing a great job coaching, but he wasn't coaching with the last team because he was mourning his father's death, so he's with family. But they still got that win in his honor with John Lucas. Steven Sowers is the coach of the Rockets right now, and like I said, Rockets are upcoming. And basically this season, you got teams that supposed to be what you call tank teams. Like, they just got a roster put together just to tank. And Utah is supposed to be one of those teams. But you got Jordan Clarkson stepping up, Lauri Markkanen stepping up. And I definitely think he's for most improved player of the year. Definitely think he's in the running for that. And we got, the Rockets stepping up. You know, Jalen Green and the Rockets are stepping up too. So it's like, these are teams that you thought would be tank teams, but they're not. They're doing their best they can. Cleveland's looking great with the stars that they got. Because Cleveland's in third right now in the standings. So, like I said, prayers and condolences go out to Paul Salas' family, which is Steven Salas and everybody else. And USA Basketball will play all their games in Manila when the next World Cup tournament happens for basketball. So, let's see what that... But that's all I got for you two guys this week. Tune in for another edition of Dragon Sports Live. Like I said, if you want to catch this show, you can catch it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Dante Payne, and I will be signing off. Until then, see you on the next episode of Dragon Sports Live. Peace out.